Some good power though. Wow, this thing goes. It's got some power. Wow. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. This is Peter. In today's video, we're going to get behind the wheel of this 2023 Ford Bronco Raptor. But before we go on, guys, I want to have a big shout out to Bartow Ford for allowing me some time with this Ford Bronco Raptor. Big thank you to Tim, and I'll put all their information and a link to their website in the description below. So ladies and gentlemen, here we have this 2023 Ford Bronco Raptor. Now every time I get behind the wheel of a Ford Performance product, it does bring a big smile to my face, and this one here is no exception. Now, as you know, the Ford Bronco has been with us since 2021. That's when the Bronco was introduced as a new model for Ford. Of course, the Ford Bronco Raptor was introduced in 2022. So now this one that we have with us here is finished off in Azure Gray Metallic, which is a very beautiful color that was introduced for 2023 as a brand new color. Now this one that we have with us here is a pre-owned Bronco Raptor. It's got just under 4,500 miles, and the asking price is just under $97,000. Now I don't know if this one's fully loaded or not. You know, I don't have the spec sheet with me on the way it was built. Usually it's one in a glove box. Sometimes you'll find them, sometimes you don't. The MSRP for 2024, it's around $90,000, just under $90,000 for the 2024 Ford Bronco Raptors. And of course, there's not a lot of changes. The same 3.0 liter engine, you got the same suspension, just minor tweaks that Ford is doing in terms of its interior options. Of course, the only way you can get a Ford Bronco Raptor is in this 4-door version. Of course, you can get the Ford Broncos in a 2-door version as well, but Ford only allowed this one here in the 4-door version. They could have done a 2-door. I think it would have been fantastic. Now, what's special about the Ford Bronco Raptor? Of course, this is catered to the hardcore off-road enthusiast, guy who wants to take this thing, or girl that wants to take this thing to off-road, to the mountains, all that stuff. As you can see, we have some huge fender flares. You got 37-inch wheels, you got 13 inches of ground clearance, you got huge skid plates, you got all kinds of, you know, advanced 4x4 system that this Bronco has to definitely take the, you know, most extreme off-road. Really like the way this is done. As you can see, guys, walking around, this one has got fantastic lines to this one. Of course, you got the Bronco grills. As you can see, you got all kinds of orange details of the lights here on the side, here on the front here as well. You got 3 lights here because obviously this is kind of a huge white vehicle. It's as white as a Ford Bronco F-150 Ford Raptor. Really awesome the way this looks. I really like the fender flares. This looks fantastic, this vehicle. I think Ford did a great job. Now, it's a little cool little thing. I can see we have a red light here as well. That's kind of interesting the way that is. Right here I am here on the reflection of the window. As you can see, we get here a side step that's kind of also kind of your rock slider here. As you can see, we got those huge BF Goodrich all-terrain T8s. These are 37-inch wheels, 12 by 12 and a halves. And of course, you also got your Fox Live valve shocks that you have on these Ford Bronco Raptors. Now, as you can see, guys, this is awesome. Of course, you know, the Bronco Raptor is basically a convertible. This is equipped with a hardtop, and you can see all those panels can come off if you want to take those wheels. And also, you can take off your doors as well, just as taking the Jeep Wranglers as well. So that's why this is the biggest competition to the Wrangler, because this is kind of very similar, or I would say this is kind of Ford's Jeep Wrangler. Ford does give you a full-size pair. As you can see, guys, here's a full view of this BF Goodrich TA, which is a fantastic big 37-inch tire. Coming here to the side, really nice the way this looks. This color really looks fantastic in the daylight. As you can see, it's got a really nice kind of tone. It's kind of a bluish, grayish tone. Really goes well with the lines of this Ford Bronco Raptor. Besides that, I just mentioned the full-size spare tire. Of course, you got your swinging out door. It's kind of just swing down here a little bit here. Of course, you got your big tow hooks here on the bottom. You also have basically a trailer hitch that's going on as well. This Ford Bronco Raptor can tow 4,500 pounds. That's what Ford says that you can tow. You already got your 7 or 5 pin there, as you can see there. We got their plate here with the little Bronco logo behind that. It's pretty cool. Of course, you can see the Raptor logo right there. And really awesome the way this, and I can take out from this angle here all how thick or how big those fender flares are, which is fantastic to cover those huge KO 37-inch tire. Let's go ahead, guys, and open up the rear. Swing out this door. This kind of swings out like a barn door here. As you can see, just kind of gotta press it out here. And really cool detail here that you can see, we got the rack right here kind of put in reverse here. Really nice little, and then we got a truck going by. Gotta raise up this little glass portion here to open up the rest of your back hatch on this Bronco. Now come here to the back hatch. You can see there's about 20 cubic feet of space. I'll put that, if I remember correctly, I'll put all those numbers for you guys up on the screen. Really interesting the way this is in back here. As you can see, we got a huge kind of roll cage here in the back, roll bar, as I would call it, and there is the Ford Performance name on it as well, which looks really cool. That's kind of integrated. It's like a roll cage integrated into this Ford Bronco. Of course, going to go off-road. This is made for extreme off-road, and this is got to have some sort of protection for its occupant. So of course the seats come down as well, and obviously I think this part of the roof does not come off. I might be actually I am wrong. That's all this comes off, but I think that's pretty cool the way it is. Now over here, guys, we got a bit of storage here on the side. We got just kind of plastics on the kind of here on the side, nothing much here. On this side we do have a 12-volt connection. As you can see there, we got a light, and that's about it, guys. On the here side we do have a subwoofer here incorporated as part of the stereo that this Bronco Raptor has. So we got basically your rubber floor mat that has a Bronco inverted into it. Let's go ahead and lift this up and check out what's underneath the bottom here. Not much. As you can see, we're gonna have let's raise this up here. You got basically your jack to basically change your tire. So that's a little toolkit that Ford incorporates for you to make it easier to take up your doors. A little bit of hooks there, as you can see, guys. So it's pretty good size room to put all your stuff, all your gear in the back here for a weekend adventure. So let's go ahead, guys. We're gonna put this down here. Go ahead and put the window first part of it down here, as you can see there, and then we're gonna go and swing this out back here again, and that's the way to close this back portion of this. Let's go ahead and start here on the very front of this Ford Bronco Raptor and check out the whole front bumper. This is a Ford Performance front bumper on this Raptors, and of course you got the rigid fog lighting here. We got a huge skid put here on the very front, as you can see, guys. Really cool that way that is. There's a lot of skid pits underneath the truck. Now of course for the suspension on this Boss 4.0 off-road suspension, and this is the same set of suspension that is on the F-150 Raptors. Of course you got special front and rear control arms. You got the special Fox Life valve dampers as well. You got front disconnecting sway bar. You got a rear locking diff. You have about 13 inches of ground clearance on this Ford Bronco Raptor. As you can see, guys, are pretty high off the road. Up front we got 13 inches of suspension travel, and in the back we got 14 inches of suspension travel here in the very back. So as you can see, this is a fantastic suspension. You can see some of that Fox valve life timing there, as you can see. Over here we have the rock slider steps here. That's really part of this Ford Bronco Raptor, which is now coming up here, guys. We have no performance brakes or anything like that. I'm sure there's bigger rotors, but 13.8-inch rotors in the front here, 13.6 in the rear if I'm correct, or 13.4. But here in the front we got just dual piston calipers, not anything 4-piston or anything like that. It'll be awesome to see Ford will put a nice Brembo system from the Ford Mustang GTs and up here in the very front of this Raptor versions of this Bronco. That'll be awesome. But so coming here to the front of this Ford Bronco Raptor, let's go ahead and raise the hood. Thank you very much for putting some hydraulic assistance to this opening of this hood. So here we have the 3-liter EcoBoost twin turbo V6. This is producing 418 horsepower, 440 pound-feet of torque. That's going to a 10-speed automatic transmission, and of course this has got the multi-level, the way multi-function 4-wheel drive system. You can put this in 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. This does have a 2-speed transfer case and also like a 4-to-7 gear ratio as well for this Bronco Raptor. And this is also the same engine as in the Ford Explorer ST, so you get that same powerful power plant as well. In terms of gas mileage, you're looking at around 15 miles per gallon in the city, 16 on the highway. So this is pretty much a gas guzzler, and I do like that Ford Performance touch there on the hood. So there we go. This is your Ford Bronco Raptor power plant, and let's go ahead and close the hood, and there we go. All right, let's go ahead and check out the back of this Ford Bronco. As you can see, guys, we got obviously that's a huge fender flare here, so it's going to be a little bit intriguing there to get inside, but it won't be such a hassle. It's really nice interior of materials here and choice. It's got a bit of soft materials here. We got a bit of accent orange trim here and a little net here that we have, a bit of aluminum there. Obviously this is more of a rugged type of thing. One type of vehicle you're going to be getting dirty with dirt and all that stuff. You want something easy to wash. Also we got a little bit of carpet there, as you can see there. But coming over here, it's really nice interior. I really love the seats here. You can see really nice the interior. We got a I would say the Active X material, kind of vinyl leather with a bit of cloth here, a bit of suede. All the materials really cool the way all this is. Of course we got the orange accent seat belts. We got your headrest here as well with some white and orange stitching as well. And of course you can bring the seats down, as you can see there, and got some more room there to put down your stuff if you want to carry some more things there as well. And over here, of course, we got a light, and of course we got your panels that you can take off and make this a convertible, as you can see there. But it's really cool the way this Bronco Sport is. And all right, let's go ahead, guys, and head inside. And I'm gonna grab the handle because that helps out quite a bit. Coming over here, guys, you can see this is a really nice. I really love the way this all this kind of interesting pattern to the front seats. You can see we got a little net here to put some things, to store some things there. Then I just kind of putting the camera back up here, guys, and kind of panning around. You can see really nice interior. Got plenty of headroom here. I'm about 5'11", and they got plenty of headroom, plenty of knee room. Just about a half an inch to the left. And this is actually the seat where I'm sitting, so the seat's a little bit farther back than usual. So plenty of space here for the back seats and passengers. Coming in here, guys, I mentioned we got the floor mat that's got the Bronco embroidered to it. That's really cool. Now we do have the controls for the windows right here in the middle, because obviously you can take off your doors on these Bronco Raptors. That's part of the fun things you can do with these Broncos. And of course you also got a USB ports, and you got a house connection there as well. So that gives you plenty of connections here for your rear passengers. So as you can see, it's pretty cool interior. Really love that interior of that Bronco here. As you can see, awesome the way this is. And this looks like a fun vehicle for sure, guys. So you can definitely take off your doors, as I mentioned. And that's going to be fun to be traveling with. You can see, guys, a little bit minimal, more minimalistic doors. As of course, this doors you can take off. So we have no controls for the windows or anything like that. Only the control for open and close your door. And we have a little bit of aluminum trim on this door handle. And that's a bit of soft material here for your elbow, but not a lot of elbow room as well either. But it's really nice. I like the way this is done. A bit of orange accent here on this little net that we have to put some things there. Not crazy storage at all. Not basically not much storage space, but that's what it is with this Bronco. Checking out the interior, really nice. I love the seats here. We got a bit of cloth and obviously the Active X material here. As you can see, we got the Raptor embroidered into the seat with a bit of suede here. Really love the 3-tone, 4-tone, whatever they have. You know, a lot of tones here on the seat. Red stitching and the white stitching here as well on the headrest. Really fantastic. As you can see, guys, we have some really thick steering wheel as well with some red stitching and the Raptor name here in the bottom, which is really nice. Of course, we got power seats here as well. And we got the Ford Performance logo, as you can see, they're right on the door sill. You got controls here for your lights and all that kind of things here. And we got a little handlebar here as well to help you inside. The Bronco name there as well. Really nice. I mean, the top of the dash is really nice. Got a lot of texture to it. White stitching there is really nice. What Ford did with this interior. Let's go ahead, guys, and jump inside. So inside of this Bronco Raptor, and you can see, guys, really awesome interior. A lot of buttons here. A lot of different things than a regular Bronco. Of course, you got a bit of nice texture here to the dash of this Ford Bronco Raptor. We got the Bronco name right there in red. Before we go on, let's go ahead and turn on this Ford Bronco Raptor. Let's go ahead and hit our engine start button, press our brake. Of course, we got all our screens coming on here. We got the Raptor Performance. Really fantastic the way it is. Now, as I see, guys, we do have our exhaust. Let's go ahead and do our exhaust. Let's see what we can do normal. We're gonna put our exhaust on sport mode and see how this baby sounds before we close the door. Ooh, that sounds fantastic. That really sounds good. I love that exhaust, the way it's tuned. It sounds nice and clean and nice and powerful. Really love the way that Ford exhaust engine sounds. Wow, that's really nice. Let's go ahead, guys, and close the door and get a little more quietness here. We got a little bit of traffic outside. Really nice interior. I really love the ergonomics of this Ford Bronco Raptor. I mean, everything just well out. It's the same interior as a regular Bronco, but of course in this Bronco Raptor you got a lot more things, a lot more details, and a lot more added features. Now, before we go on, guys, just gonna start up here. Let's go ahead. Of course, we got your removable panels. This becomes a convertible. As you can see, we do have some sun mirrors or some sun visors with the home link there as well. We got your auxiliary here, all your auxiliary buttons here as well, and the toggle switches. We got no sunglass holder that kind of replaces that. Next, we have a little speaker here. We got your lights here, as you can see, guys, to put on your lights, all that kind of great things. We got your rear mirror. Now, coming here to the middle, we got a little, actually, we got some USB ports here on the right top of the dash, which is a little fantastic detail. I'm going to put that there. So just getting into these buttons here, we have basically your front sway bar disconnect. We have your rear locker. We got the front locker, rear lockers. We got your trail turn assist, which is really cool feature. I would love to test all this out, but unfortunately, we don't have nowhere to go off-road here, guys. Unfortunately, we got your traction control off, hazards. Really nice pattern to this. I really love this, the way this feels, this dashboard here. Down here, we have your 12-inch infotainment screen. Guys, all touchscreen. Of course, we got audio, we got phone, navigation, got also off-road navigation as well. Settings, all kinds of things. But of course, we probably got ambient lighting here as well. This has got Sync 4 system, which is over-the-air updates, all that kind of thing. Of course, we got Android, Apple CarPlay, and the stereo system that this Bronco Sport comes with is a 10-speaker premium Bang & Olufsen system, which sounds fantastic. Let's hear it. Yeah, it sounds really nice stereo system, really clean bass, all that excellent sounding. We got features, routes, all kinds of things you can do. We got a little screen here as well. This is kind of the same screen that's in your F-150s and F-250s. Really nice screen. Got multiple screens that you can do, audio, all great things you can do, guys, going down here, as you can see. And over here we got the glove box. There you go, guys, pretty good size glove box. Oh, down here we have your automatic dual zone AC. We do have some seat heaters as well, heated steering wheel. We do not have cooled seats. Well, that's kind of not an option on this one, but at least we got seat heaters. Down here we got a couple of more USB ports. My phone is charging here on this wireless charging pad. 10-speed automatic with a little cool Bronco there. And we also have a fantastic little detail. If the camera's going to capture, we have little Bronco, kind of the front headlight here, which is fantastic with the little screws. This is a fantastic detail that Ford did for Performance. I really love that. Those kind of details really show what the hard work that Ford puts into these vehicles in terms of details and all that kind of things that they do. So coming here is 10-speed automatic. Here we got your gold modes, as you can see, because we got 2 high, 4 low, 4 automatic, and 4 high. We do have also a hill descent as well, or a downhill 1 pedal drive. As you can see, guys, you can do that as well, but that's, you have to go to the off-road settings, but that's cool, pretty cool. Now, of course, you got your drive modes as well. We're on sport right now. We also got tow and haul. We got slippery, and then we go back this way. We go back to regular or normal. We got off-road, Baja, and rock and crawl. So that's pretty cool. You got a lot of ways you can configure your driving modes. And I'm gonna leave it on sport because that's where we are. And of course, we're gonna leave our dampers on sport. You can do basically what we can do on dampers. We can do off-road or just normal. We're gonna leave it on sport, and we're gonna put our exhaust on sport mode as well. Now the rest of it here, guys, we got basically all your window controls here. As you can see, guys, this are in the middle because obviously you can take off your windows as in the Jeep Wrangler. Down here we have your mirror controls as well, and over here, guys, we got a little bit of Raptor on this little bit leather armrest, and we do have a little more storage space down here, and we do have a 12-volt connection there as well. The steering wheel is really nice and thick. We got some pedals here, and also, as I mentioned, we got all kinds of screens here. We got off-road tire pressures, we got pitch and roll, power distribution, we got driver assistance, normal, sport, all the status of your drive modes, and of course we got all kinds of configurations here. Raptor status, my gauges, measurements, a lot of things you can do, guys, and just have them here set on your configurable 12-inch digital screen here for your gauges. So, but all right, guys, let's go ahead and go out for a test drive, and before we do, let's go ahead and put this thing on reverse. Check out the rear camera. As you can see, the graphics are very clear. We're almost basically against the back here, the back sidewall. We do have some sensors here in the back, and it's already climbing this thing. We do have basically various camera modes. So as you can see, I'm looking for the front camera. I don't see that activated here. I might be able to get it to the screen, but there is a front camera as well to help it when you go off-road, but I'm going to activate that, guys. But rear camera is very good and fantastic graphics, and we do have some rear sensors as well. All right, let's go and go out for a touch. Let's go ahead and put this thing on drive, and let's head out. And you saw it, guys. We also have basically a steering. I apologize, I'm not, but I do have also steering on sport as well, and we got our Raptor R actually button here as well. So all settings, all different settings you can do to these Ford Raptors, this Bronco Raptor, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead, guys, and go out and see how this girl handles. I like the steering wheel. It's quite thick, to be honest. It's probably one of the thickest I ever seen. So really nice the way this Bronco Sport feels. As I mentioned, guys, the steering wheel is quite thick. Probably the thickest I ever experienced in a Ford product, even above the Raptor. I think my Raptor might be the same, the Ford F-150 Raptor. But yeah, this is definitely thicker than any Mustang for sure. But this thing just feels fantastic. I really love the way this thing feels. We got that 3-liter EcoBoost, 418 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque. Let's go ahead, guys, and something in the glove box. So first time, guys, driving this Ford Bronco Raptor. This thing feels pretty big too. Wow, you definitely feel tall. You definitely feel like a big guy in this one here. Let's go ahead, guys, and go. Let's go push a little bit here. Wow, that thing goes. It's got some power. Wow, and the exhaust is loud for sure. Wow, not expecting that kind of loudness from the exhaust, to be honest. But wow, this thing feels great. First impressions, a lot of wind noise. Not heavy wind noise that's really intrusive, but you can definitely hear the wind noise. We're doing about 62. This actually feels pretty stable considering the big tires down. There's really no tire noise. There's a lot of wind noise for sure. You can definitely hear the windows on the pillars and all that stuff, but it's not like unacceptable or to a level that you can't have a conversation. But wow, this thing feels pretty stout. This feels pretty nice. Now we're doing about 62, so we're about semi-highway speeds. Well, this thing does feel soft for sure. This feels like a tugboat. But of course, this is meant to the off-road, not for on-road. But I would probably say the majority of this Bronco Raptors are going to be driven on the road. Some of them will continue. If you live not here in Florida, if you left one, most likely you're gonna have not taking money off road. But there's some off roads you can do it here, but Other than that, this is gonna be mostly on-road driven. That's my guess or my opinion, but this thing does feel fantastic though. Really nice the way this feels. Pretty stable. I mean, I'm just amazed how the steering wheel is thick, so you can definitely grab onto this thing, but does not feel unstable at all or anything like that. Unlike the some of the Wranglers that I've driven, you gotta kind of hang on to the steering wheel because the thing is always kind of tracking left and right. This feels pretty straight and pretty, really nice. Now checking the brakes. Oh yeah, this thing does some deep brake dive for sure. And turning, yeah, this doesn't turn too bad, and it does have some good power though. Wow, this thing goes. It's got some power. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Definitely nice the way this is. Obviously, I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. Make sure I got nobody behind me here. No cop that I didn't see, because you can't really see anything from your rear mirror except the big spare tire. But let's go ahead and switch it around, guys. I'm gonna switch it and do normal mode. Now you're in sport mode. We're gonna switch it to normal, and everything's gonna kind of relax a little bit. This transmission's gonna relax, and just kind of driving to see how this goes. But this is really nice. I mean, much more stable than I would expect it, especially for this big of a SUV or off-roader. It's really cool. I mean, as you can see, guys, not a lot of I would say this is not gonna be I mean, you can take some off-road, but here I don't have nowhere to take it, unfortunately. But this drives fantastic. I mean, you can't really feel any bumps. This has got a really soft suspension. I mean, really nice ride to this thing. Quite right. It's probably one of the nicest rides I've had to this road that I drive to recently, regularly, to do these test drives. The brakes over behind us. Yeah, there's quite a bit of brake dive, and you can definitely feel this thing just kind of get up on its front when you do some heavy braking. But overall, it doesn't feel bad. It feels pretty stable. I mean, I'm sure off-road, this thing is going to be pretty cool, pretty good. I mean, this is going to be really shine off-road. There's not much you can do off-road here except for some, I'm just taking it up here and just doing some off-roading there. But there we go. We took it off-road. But man, this is pretty cool, though. I really like this thing. This is a hoot. Oh, look, we got a 4Runner here. Let's kind of say, oh, look at that. Look what's going on there. Wow, this thing turns pretty decently, though. It doesn't feel too heavy. This thing weighs about 5,700 pounds. But it doesn't feel, man, it does not. It kind of hides its weight, to be honest. Wow, I'm pretty impressed. Oh, there's a cop, too. Shit, hope he doesn't see me here. Oh, no, it's not a cop. No, I thought it was a cop. You see, guys, that's why I don't like the speed, because I thought that was a cop. I was like, oh, shit, I'm going to be busted. But man, I'm pretty impressed with this Ford Bronco Raptor, the way it rides. Pretty quick. It does feel high, it does feel big and bulky, but man, this thing is just fun. This thing just feels like a lot of fun, especially going off-road. This thing's gonna be a hoot. But let me know what you guys think of this Ford Bronco Raptor, if you like it. I mean, it is high price tag, $97,000. This goes over those bumps pretty easily. Pretty fun vehicle, a lot of money, to be honest with you, even as a pretty mildly owned used vehicle. But I really like it. This thing is fun for sure. This is fun. I love to find one of these and take it off road for sure. Let's go this way. But driving it just normal, this just feels nice. I mean, it's got plenty of power, and the suspension, you can feel you go over anything at all. But I really like this Ford Bronco. Let me, and this rides really well. A little bit of wind noise at speed, but not crazy enough to say, oh, this is gonna be just and obviously if you take all the panels off, it's gonna have just much more road noise. But obviously this is meant for fun, especially going off road. I think this will be really a hoot of a vehicle to drive every day in some off road. But let me know what you guys think. In conclusion, this thing is fun, plenty of power, lots of suspension handling. There's a Wrangler right there, as you can see. There's a competition to this girl, but a fun vehicle. Yeah, lots of money, $97,000. But let me know what you guys think of this Ford Bronco. If you like it, if you own one of these, how much you enjoyed it. There's a lot of abilities to go off-road in this. I mean, you can I'm gonna just kind of go on top of the little thing, but this is just, just easily go on top of this, as you can see, guys, on top of that sidewalk there easily. But all right, guys, in conclusion, I love this thing. This is fun, lots of power, lots of abilities, and this thing just shut off. This thing must have, oh yeah, this thing's got on off. Oh, I hate that thing. But all right, guys, put on the reverse camera. As you can see there, fantastic graphics, 360-degree camera. This suspension definitely has got a lot of travel, a little bit of brake dive in terms of that, but that's expected of this kind of suspension. But all right, guys, let me know what you think of this Ford Bronco Raptor. love it. I think it's just fun. It is quite a bit of money, but if you have the means to do it, I would suggest one of these. Is a pretty fun vehicle, to be honest. So all right, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate all that has subscribed. Thank you if you made it to in this far into the video. I really appreciate it. And all right, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye-bye.